Hey guys, what's going on? This video is going to be pretty controversial off the bat. I didn't know it. And so this is about the Springfield Armory Hellcat trigger issue. So I've had this gun for a while now. I've shot somewhere around 750 to 1,000 rounds through it. I haven't counted, just put a decent amount of rounds through it. I haven't had an issue really with it, but after I bought this gun, just because this is a newer gun and I like to keep up on, when I bought this, it first came out, it was only a few months out or something, and nobody could really find them nowhere, and I just kind of got lucky. And there wasn't a lot about it, no long-term testing, so I was kind of keeping up on it, and someone made a video about having this issue, and I started messing with it. Like, you know what, I haven't noticed it in shooting, but this is kind of something. And you know, I don't know, it kind of bothered me in the back of my mind a little bit after I started messing with it. And so anyway, to dive down into it. So right back here, this is your trigger safety bar, right? So this is, I don't know, I've done double check this. This is my second video on this. I know it's empty, but I missed it. My camera wasn't focusing very well on the first one, so I'm trying to redo it. Hopefully we don't have that issue again. If we do, sorry. So when you press this, that little bar goes up, and then you can fire. It connects with the frame, and when you depress it, it goes in. But hit some light. Maybe hit the light on this camera and it'll work. It's not working. Come on now. All right, that's better. All right. So when you press it in, it hits the frame, and let me start off a little different spot this time. So generally, you're not supposed to press in from the side, but being a smaller handgun, and if you have smaller hands or have bigger hands, it's more of an issue than not. I have big hands. I don't really have this problem too much because I'm pretty well trained in the use of a firearm. So anyway, you come in there and you hit it. But if you don't stick your finger in there first and hit it flush, like look at my finger. My finger's already touching the trigger guard already. And when you start to come in at an angle, the safety bar kind of hits the frame a little bit. And I generally feel that. Now, if you just you can hear it probably. So you hit this. Nothing. But when you come in, see, like my finger right there, it's already touching the trigger guard, and when you hit it, you hear the little extra. That's because this is connecting to that. And I know everybody's gonna say training, but here's the thing, you can say that all day long. 95% of people aren't gonna get trained. It don't matter how many times you put that down someone's throat, they're not going to. I know friends who, during this whole pandemic thing, because that's what we're going through now, pandemic and all this tension and stuff with the riots and whatnot, they went out and purchased a gun. I told them, come down to my house, I'll teach you how to use it. And I really hammered that into their heads, trying to get them down there. Nothing, just dead ears. He probably can barely load the thing. But do I think he at least should have a firearm? Yes, I do. Maybe he's watched a few videos at least. I don't know. I would pray that everybody at least learns some firearm safety. But that's not always going to be the case. Maybe they can competently pick it up and use it to defend themselves if they need to, which they should be able to. There shouldn't be, a gun should not have some wild safety regiment to learn how to operate it. You should just be able to put your finger on the trigger. Trigger safety is supposed to do that. It's supposed to work in conjunction with your finger on that trigger. And I'm going to show you something. I got a few other examples out here. This is an XD. Same company. Pretty sure it's made in the same factory. It says HS product. This is an HS product by Croatia, by Springfield. History, you have to learn a little bit about it. I'm not going to go into that. But anyway, same situation. These have all been safety checked and all that. But sometimes I safety check it, don't think about it, but I still want to be extra safe. So anyway, if you push this all the way back, and I'm intentionally not doing that because just to show you this is an extreme circumstance. In extreme way, you're not going to do it. I'm never going to, I've been shooting pistols for all my life, and I've never done this. But this is the show where I can put the max amount of pressure on it and still get this to go. See what I'm saying? And it's ready to fire. This will not do that. If you do the same thing in this, it will not do that. And let me show another example. The Glock 10mm, 4th gen. So you can put all you want back there, and you press this, and it goes. It's not a hard thing to do, hard thing to change. It could easily be fixed. I'm not a gunsmith, but easily can be fixed. I've seen people modify it themselves, and I'll get into that at the end of this thing. We'll do the same thing here. So if you press this back, and I'm pushing hard, it doesn't do that, and it just, I don't know, maybe people got short hands, people got longer hands. I wear 2XL gloves, I got big hands, but there's people with bigger hands than me, and what, they should have it, they shouldn't need to have some kind of weird training to use this gun. They should fix it. I've personally sent Springfield Armory an email. I know a few others have. You should too. If you hear about this issue, send them an email, and I'll probably send them this video and get them to fix it. It won't be nothing. It'll be a better running gun. As a matter of fact, they should probably work on the trigger a little bit on this, because it's not the world's best trigger. It's not the worst trigger I've ever felt, but it definitely could be upgraded a little bit since going into it. It's got about half a pound too much than I like. But anyway, so the fix on this, have to focus in. The fix on this is, you see this little tip right here. People have been grinding. Now, I'm not a gunsmith, so you enter any of this on your own risk, your own safety. I'm just telling you what I've seen other people do. So, and you're also going to avoid the warranty more likely. I don't know if you send it back into them, if they'll be looking at it, but anyway, I wouldn't bring it up to them. So they grind that off just a few very small files. You're gonna need a needle file or something like that, a very small file, thin file, to where it rounds it off to where when you have it back like that, it gives it a little bit of give to where you can force it back there. Because that's, I have, now in shooting, I've never come across the issue, not one bit. Now I have had a little bit of the harder trigger pulls. So like right now, I just grabbed it, and it's not gonna shoot. You know what I'm saying? But in training, where my hands up, I'm not having that issue. But I do feel it click into that sometimes. I do feel it hit that, and it shouldn't. It shouldn't. But anyway, now, I don't know. There's no aftermarket stuff for it, which would be cool if another company wants to make an aftermarket situation for it. Probably should send this to Apex. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll send it to Apex, see if they'll make something aftermarket. Because I was probably gonna, if Apex came out with something, change that out and hopefully get a little bit better of a trigger. Because this gun is next to perfect for me. It is one hell of a firearm. Just would like to see them fix some stuff.